I'm Dr. Jennifer Bird. Welcome to my series, Does the Bible Tell You So? I'm a biblical scholar and I care very much about what people do with what they find in the Bible, and sometimes how closely or how well they're paying attention to what's going on in the Bible. Anyway, today's topic came from taking a poll on what topics people thought I should touch on. And this one actually made me giggle, but I decided I would do it anyway. The question was, does the Bible say that men have authority over their wives? And the answer is yes. Almost every book, cover to cover, yes. So, see you next time. Just kidding. But truly, it does. So that's the thing, right? We could talk about what's going on in terms of the way men handle their women in Genesis. Men clearly have authority over their women, have authority over their bodies. They have authority over all the women's bodies under their households, under their roofs. It's not even a question. You can look at Exodus chapter 20 and the 10 commandments, which are numbered differently depending on different religious traditions. But the last one is always the last one in everybody's version of it. You shall not covet your neighbor's house, or you shall not covet your neighbor's woman, or male or female slave, or ox or donkey, or anything that belongs to your neighbor. Like, she's just thrown in the mix of all the other property, not even listed first, according to Exodus, though she is listed first in Deuteronomy. Right. So, all the different stories in the Hebrew Bible, right? All of them talking about, except for Song of Songs, which is, refreshingly, kind of a little bit of both voices in a couple. All seem to be hetero, but yeah. But we just, throughout the Hebrew Bible, men have authority over their women, for sure. Let's look at the Newer Testament. Does it say that men have authority over their women? Well, yeah. It's still a patriarchal society. It's still based on this premise that men are running the household. Women might actually be doing the work of running the household, but they're thought to be subsumed to men. I mean, what's striking is that we have one or two glimpses in the Newer Testament where even someone as sexist as Paul has these moments where he says, in 1 Corinthians 7, he tells men, husbands and wives, men and women, to kind of be mutually, respectful of each other, to don't withhold sex from each other, you belong to each other. That's the most egalitarian thing I know of in the Christian Bible. And it does come from a fairly sexist man, which is just interesting when that kind of thing happens. It happens, Other than that, right, we have all these different things talking about, women, you are to subject yourselves to your men in the same way that the church subjects itself to Christ, right? I mean, it's heavy. It's pretty thoroughly in there. So, I mean, that either becomes, see, that's the way it's supposed to be, or one of the most pervasive elements of the Bible that needs to be challenged. Depends on how you want to stand on that one, right? Are these the words of God, or are these the words of the men who wrote the scriptures? I will leave that up to you to decide. Some food for thought. See you next time.